haven't really done any videos today. I've not really felt good today. I ran out of weed first thing this morning, knowing I would obviously, but that last joint you never want to finish it. So yeah, I haven't been in a good way today. I've been feeling the old alcohol withdrawal a bit. I didn't have any weed, so I've tried to moderate my drinking. It's taken all day until now really for me to feel well enough to really do a video. And I've got a little bit of thingamajig as well, so I'm alright in the short term. But like I've said before, man, I think the future fucking scares me more than dying, mate. To be honest, in the moment, I think that's why I'm acting this way. Not really. I like to say, all my mates have always said to me, like, well, when I had mates, you've always been fucking wild, mate. You know what I mean? You never given a fuck. But I wasn't like crazy. I wasn't wild. I was just I just was excessive with everything I did, and they said you're going to pay for it later, right? And I said, yeah, I know, but I don't really give a fuck. Or hopefully I'll be gone by then. And it's not necessarily a dark thing, man. People go straight to depression, and I know a lot of people won't like hearing this, but you got to be honest with yourself sometimes, man. Like I got to 41 with no responsibilities at all, no real job that mattered. I paid the bills, that was it. No deep marriage, no long-term relationship, no kids. All by choice, don't forget. This is by choice. I could have quite easily have got those things, I think, like everyone else, if that's what I wanted, but I didn't. So I kind of feel like I don't know how I've got the right to complain, but on the other hand, I feel like I didn't ask to be fucking made like this. You know what I mean? So, but then when I look at what the other side is, it's what I see with other people, and that's not what I want either, really. But I do feel like I fucked up in the sense that I've waited too long now, because in terms of ever finding a real relationship with a woman, I don't really know if it's something I want, and it's not even on the card at the moment. I've got to get a job first, maybe. But I live with this intolerable impatience, as every addict does, and that's where the binges come from for me, and the crazy spending, and then just the fuck it, doing things you really shouldn't do. In any sensible adult would say I want to, but I'm not gonna, because it's not a good idea. People like me just say I want to, so fuck the consequences, I want to do it. And like I say, it's caused me a lot of fun, and it's got me more women than I ever deserved, legitimately, because I've always just had that kind of attitude. I just want to fucking go for it. So I've never been shy, basically. I'm not loud. I'm not one of these dickhead, arrogant pricks that's always mouthing off. I'm quiet, but I'm not shy about things that matter. You know what I mean? But I don't know what I'm saying here. I'm just letting it out, mate, because I don't really care anymore. I'm starting to lose. I really don't want to go back to a deep depression that I was in, because it was horrendous and nearly killed me. But I think since then, and since my dad dying, and since the fact that I don't think I can ever really be happy anyway, contentment's not enough for me. I don't want to be content. And let's be honest, I'm 41 and I've battered my health. The next 20 years aren't going to be good, mate. They're not going to be good. They're not going to be as good as what I've already been, and that wasn't that fucking great, you know what I mean? But obviously, if we all sit down and thought about that all the time, we'd all be fucking zombies. But you can't live with your head up your arse either, man. I'm not necessarily a pessimist. I think life is maybe turned me into one. I might play a song in a minute, but right now I'm just reflecting a little bit, man. I know no one out there really just fucking gives a shit, and I don't blame you, because I don't know who you are. But I do care about other people, believe it or not. I might not come off as, the one thing I am is honest, mate. Sometimes too honest, but I don't think you can be too honest, man. And it's cost me, and it's got me some good things in this life as well. It's for better or worse, I'm always going to be honest, man. And you got to start by being honest with yourself. And I chose this life, man, and now I just wanted all the good without the bad, really. Being an adult addict is like being a spoiled brat, really. I just want it all. And I haven't got the patience for women, man. I don't know how you even would go about it, mate. I try and be nice, and I get smiles and stuff, and conversation doesn't go anywhere. As soon as I sort of get like any kind of all right, sweetheart, kind of thing, and they don't like looking at you. Can't. I'm not saying it wasn't this way before. When I was going out partying years ago, you didn't even need to know the woman's fucking name, mate. It was literally, the clubs were so mad and packed, and everyone was so drunk and hammered on it. You just literally go up and touch a girl on the arse, and you either get a smile or a slap around the face, mate, and that's how you knew if you were in or out. And if you try with every single woman inside a pub or club, you're gonna get there in the end, man. But I never ever took advantage of a woman in my life without consent. But I rarely went home alone because I'd ask every bird in there, man. And that's basically what I'm doing on Facebook now. I'm just saying, look, if you're in fucking London, because some of them, like, this is all new to me. You gotta understand. I am anti-internet, mate, with a fucking passion, or I always was. And it's literally it's fucked up my life in a way, because if I got all over this Facebook thing 10 years ago, then who knows, I could have hooked up with some people that weren't married yet, but I waited till I was fucking 41, and now every fucking woman I know from when I was young is married, friends of friends are married, or fucking baggage of some sort. I don't mean that in a bad way, but there's not many 41-year-old women that are childless, single, you know what I mean, because most people do the kids and marriage thing, let's just have it right. Some people don't, mate, and I don't think I'd change much, but I'm ready now for something. But now I can't fucking find it. And I've got no patience, really. But I guess that's what's good about it. I don't see why not, really. How else do you meet people these days? If you send a random person, as long as it's not offensive, you know what I mean? Mutual friend of a friend, happens to live in the fucking neighbourhood, so to speak. Hello. And they'll say hello back, or they won't. You know what I mean? You start a conversation, how are you? Do we know each other? No, we don't know. You see, and eventually you get to the point when, do you want a bit? And I am only joking, I can't help myself. You get to the point saying, well, would you maybe like to come out for a drink, or I'd like to buy you dinner, sweetheart? Yeah, but you know, birds are so weird, man. I honestly think some birds are dying for it, but they would rather fucking drive you nuts than give it up, man. Not all of them, but I don't do the game playing, mate. It drives me fucking wild, man. And not in a good way, not in an exciting way, because you know, that's my woman of my dreams, right? Is an escort, and don't judge me. She's £300 an hour for a reason. She is out of this fucking world. It's got to be 2 years I've been trying to get this woman right, and I finally got that 8 grand. Now, it must have been since then, because but every single time I've had the opportunity, she's been busy, or vice versa. Every single time. And she's very high class, so she's the type that doesn't just chat to men unless she's getting paid for it. Do you know what I mean? She's like, that's sweetheart. You know what I mean? I'm not, you know what I mean? You got paid for the privilege, mate. So you should. I'll send you a fucking picture of this bird, mate. You fucking drop your fucking jaws. And ladies, you might not even want to look. No, she's special, mate, for sure. But yeah, we chat all the time, man. We're really cool and like mates almost. But I want to do it right with her, man. I want the proper escort experience with her. I want to spend 1,000, mate. I want to spend 1,000, and that's the plan one day. And go out to dinner. So you got her on your arm, mate. Every cunt's gonna be like, fucking hell. I'm saying that's not really true. Every woman's a 10 out of 10. Well, maybe that's just my sex addiction going wild. But every woman I see, lady, is a fucking model. I just want them right there and then. But life ain't like that, man. And I'll never do such a thing. But what it does to me is it pisses me off. I don't get hurt feelings. Like I say, if I was hurt by rejection, I'd be dead by now, mate. Fucking hell, like I said, I didn't get my first choice when I used to go out clubbing. Very rarely have I. Well, I've got a couple out of my league actually. Well, that's why you go to escorts, mate. If you're women out of your league, and ones that will do whatever the fuck you want. But this doesn't mean I ain't got a fucking romantic side. You know what I mean? I have. It's just buried under there a bit, and it's taken a lot of tragedy in my life for it to fucking come out. I wasn't lonely in my 30s, man. I wasn't. I was staying at home. I was addicted to fucking quality TV at the time, like The Sopranos and 6 Feet Under and Deadwood and The fucking Wire. I've always been addicted to music, alcohol and drugs. And I've always had my women addiction, which used to come and go. So I never really needed a girlfriend because it was never worth it. Even sex every day wouldn't have been worth it for the stress, if you know what I mean, for me. back then. Whereas now I just don't, I want to fuck all day, every day, because I can't even come from me because of the antidepressants, and that's a bastard, but it can be an advantage. Anyway, if I go off on some like shit, you too much information, then you know what I mean, it is what it is. I'm probably not going to impress any women with this videos, but I don't know, I've got to be honest with myself, I've got to be true to my heart. My heart has always told me that women are secondary to me, man, in terms of, I always wanted my own space, I always enjoyed my own life, I never liked any kind of answering to people, really. Just, I mean, I had it too easy in a lot of ways, and now life's got really hard at 40, and like I said before, I feel like I'm supposed to blast through the first 35 years of life, living as much fun as I could, and then just fucking moving on, but I never really figured it out, and now I'm fucking stuck here, and it's not good at the minute, but hopefully it'll get better. Maybe the right woman is what I need, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll leave it there for now, folks.